Hello YouTubers, jazz aficionados, practitioners of the craft we call modern music. That's what Charlie Parker liked to call it. Today we're going to continue our discussion. I'm talking about being a part of the UAM Masters of Jazz Studies program. The focus is on educational techniques, teaching techniques, networking, a lot of different topics have come up in our discussion class. Been really enjoying the discussion class. We've had opportunities to go out and play in the public, and most of the musicians, myself included, it's not our first time. It's not our first time going out and playing in the public, but you know, for us collectively to go as a group and perform was really good. Some great players here. If you want to, hear me talk about that, you can go to the first couple of videos pertaining to the subject of my UAM Masters experience. This is day 4. So we're going into day 4. My combos, we're starting to solidify some of the tunes we're going to play, and so it's almost like a relief. We are Thursday. We're supposed to perform. I want to say it's either Thursday or Friday next week. I believe it's on Thursday, and next week will be my last week for the Gateway. There's 2 components of the Masters in Jazz Studies. There's the Gateway, which is the first summer, and then the fall and spring you take online courses, and also you take a lesson. So one lesson a week or a lesson every other week. It really depends on your professor's time. And these professors are first call musicians from all over. So really, really great. I'll be studying with Pete Barenbreg. He was former director of the Airmen of Note. So that should tell you what my lessons are going to probably look like. And super excited about it. Want to work on, still working on my horn technique and all that. And it's going to be an eye-opening, it's going to be eye-opening, working with him. So there's that. Just the discussions have been wonderful. I've learned a lot. In particular, there's a gentleman who plays steel pan, and we had an impromptu meeting yesterday. He came to lunch with me, and when we were eating, we were discussing ideals from my elementary music classroom, and that's one ideal that I want to look into, actually having a steel pan group. Now, it could take me some time because this gentleman, he's pretty well known in the steel pan community. His name is Mike. I don't want to say his name wrong. I think it's Schweb, Mike Schweb, and he's a graduate of the Northern Illinois School of Music, and he's really, really, really good. And so he's actually inspiring me to come up with ideals for the elementary music classroom, and potentially develop that. So I'm really excited about that. And another person that has really helped me a lot is Ricky Swam. He is he's in the Air Force, but he's really helped me out as far as thinking through what we think about when we take improvisation. And we will take an improvisation class as well as arranging and composing and all that. So this is a wonderful program. It's been a real blessing and encouragement to me. Last night I called our piano player for our combo, who is just amazing. I mean, the level and talent of a lot of these students, grad students, is unreal. You know, we're all at different levels. You know, it's you know, we have the highest caliber professionals like my I may be saying his name wrong, but he's known in the steel pan community, and so Mike, I consider him at, you know, one of the highest level, and Ricky at the highest level, and you know, there's another gentleman. He lives here in Arkansas, and many of you may know him. Is David Higginbotham. Amazing players are here, and I consider him, like I say, the first tier player pros. So it runs the gamut from that down to those who play casual gigs, those who may have music schools. Oh, there's a gentleman who's from Canada, and he's excellent. He's very good piano. His name is Jan, and maybe I can give you more information about that in the description. But just those are some of the musicians that I would say are at the highest level. You know, they pretty much can play with anybody. And so then you have the levels with those who do jazz casuals and or, you know, seasoned professionals. And seasoned professionals and those who do jazz casuals and play often, and a lot of those make their career in music. They don't do anything else. Then you have those who are teachers, and I'm in that category. May do an occasional gig every now and then, go to jam sessions and love the music and that kind of thing. That's kind of what I fit under. And so, you know, that's basically the makeup of those who are in the program. You know, there are those who just finished college and they're wanting to get their master's and they're in the program. You know, and they probably go on to get their doctorate, DMA, or, you know, whatever they're going to do. You know, I talked to one after this is his last semester, and he's going to try to move to New York. So, you know, I told him, you know, do what's in your heart, you know, and talk to somebody you really respect. And what I mean by that is someone you really respect that knows the scene and know, you know, kind of what it's like. And, you know, then you get a good feel that somebody you really respect will tell you the truth. And they won't, you know, they'll be honest. So anyway, this is day 4. It's great. I mean, if you're thinking about choosing UAM as a school, I would highly suggest it. So far, so good. The first week when you're in Gateway, you don't actually, I was going to say you don't have lessons with your professor just yet. It's kind of like a get acquainted and get into, because some are band directors that haven't really played in a while, so kind of get your instrument back going. The big band rehearsals, basically, I'm not exaggerating, we just read those pieces down. We read them down, and our director, Mr. Jason Smith, he'll call attention to different things, and you know, in fact, I need to go and practice. I'm playing trombone in the big band. There were so many saxophones, and there's only one trombone in the program, and some students volunteered to come and help us out, and they play in the big band, and that's great and everything. But one of the students couldn't be there, and it was, anyway. And this is good for me to work up my trombone chops, and it's really gave me some ideas, because sometimes when you don't have anything to do on your secondary instruments, kind of your skills go down, And trombone is a secondary instrument of mine, but I had did some preparatory work when I was in undergrad on trombone, and also euphonium, those who don't know. So it's given me some ideas. Actually, I'm going to look for either a valve trombone or a marching baritone. It's probably going to be a valve trombone because it looks better. just be honest. It just looks better, but the marching baritone probably would sound better. Have to make sure it's not too mellow. Maybe a marching trombone or whatnot. But so far so good. I'm still in my dorm room. I said before my air conditioning wasn't working. You may be able to hear it. Let's listen. Okay, if you can hear that, it's kind of loud, but I think the first video I put out concerning, documenting my stay here, I told you I cut it off and couldn't get to cut back on. I called the RA in here, which that means resident assistant. I called him in here, and he came and we cut it on. Oh, no, this is a little side note. The food has been pretty good. I mean, I'm not just saying it. The food has been great. They have done a great job. And for the price, and, don't tell everybody. What I mean, don't tell everybody so they don't go up on the price. But for 2 weeks, living in a dormitory for 2 weeks, with meals included, you get 15 meals a week, and that's not counting Friday, Saturday. That's not counting Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But because the campus pretty much is closed on the weekend. But for that price, at $250 for those 2 weeks, it's a no-brainer. And you're close by, so you can go and practice. So it's worked for me. I know there's some staying in the hotel and all that, but I can't afford to spend $125, $80 a day, however much they're paying. That's too much. So anyway, we're on day 4, and today we're going to talk about jazz artists that have influenced us and why, and we're going to go through some records that have influenced us as well, and kind of we're learning the history of it, and, just so we can go back home and be able to share that information with our students. And that's it. I thank you for this time that you spent with me. I don't ever say in my videos you subscribe and all that, but if you could subscribe, you will get notifications of, when my next video is going to come out and that kind of thing. So that's pretty much why. I'm not making any money off this. So, all right, y'all have a good day and night, wherever you are in the world. Have a good day. Goodbye.